Yeah. What's going on, people? Drinking beers. I'm Matt.
Kyle.
I'm
Keith.
I Heart Keith.
I'm Keith.
See, the best part about this is that there's this like Mike's playing this like I love Kiff thing, but nobody knows that Keith is Kiff unless you're legitimately friends with him. So the joke is not landing in any form or fashion because everybody knows him as Keith.
No, the joke is for you guys, not for the audience. It's for you guys.
Good. What do they call it? Save there. Good save.
No, if I put something like, "Oh, I hate Neil Morse," or no one gives a shit about that. It's because it makes Sean laugh. You know.
We already have Craig chiming in saying good evening, guys.
What's up, Craig?
Throwing those BML Black is Beautiful hashtags. So I can literally feel my subscribership shrinking as this video goes live.
Oh, hilarious.
My subscribership got smaller just from going on fucking your channel, Kyle, the other day. I was like, how the fuck did that work?
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I went down one, but I'm still getting a little bit extra of an uptick from those Warheads videos. So, like, although it dipped the one day, it went up for the next or something. So, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty hilarious stuff. And it's kind of weird because it's like, you know, like we do this. We do the go on YouTube and talk about beer stuff, which is supposed to be, you know, lighthearted and fun and all that kind of stuff. And then we do these kind of things, which are obviously, you know, poignant, but at the same time necessary. And then you figure it's just going to get a little bit better, but apparently it just keeps getting worse.
Well, you know done enough of them where people would be like, "Oh, I'm not about this," and like be done with us.
No, I mean the movement and the country as a whole. Not us. Yeah. Like you figured, we like every time you figured we were like, okay, we're working up from here. We'll make some headway, and it's literally like 2 steps forward, like 37 steps backwards. And then, but when you take that 37 steps, it's not actual steps because you're hit by a 2x4 and you're knocked back 37 steps. It's fucking insane. It's insane. It's insane. I don't want to do this. I don't want it to be negative Nancy and get political, but it's like when you have fucking crazy ass motherfuckers kill people and then you have government officials back them, you know, it's just bonkers. Bonkers level bonkers.
Yeah.
I was listening to the Conan O'Brien podcast yesterday, and he had Michael Shea on from Saturday Night Live, and they were talking about his stand-up, and they're like, yeah, that, you know, Black Lives Matter bit you had, you know, it's so applicable to today, and it's like, yeah, I did that in 2016. He goes, Carrie's All I Want for Christmas. You just know every year that song's going to come back, and he's like, I know that bit is always just going to work. They had a big laugh, and then there was like that moment of like, oh, that's sad that the bit about racism in the United States will always work. It feels like, yeah.
Yeah, but it is what it is, man. I don't know. Hopefully, we'll see. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a conspiracy theorist guy by any stretch of imagination. I'm not like one of those like Looney Tunes that believes in Y2K, but I like the fact that I live in a farm in the middle of nowhere more and more. You know what I mean? It resonates a little bit better, feels a little bit better, you know? And then not that I don't want things to be better in the outside world, but you know, it takes a while for the zombies to reach the farm. You know what I mean? Like the cities go first and then the suburbs and then eventually the zombies work their way to the farm. Like I got a little bit of time.
Oh wait, I live in a city. This sucks. Okay.
Okay, whatever. You live in Albany, dude. Yeah. Oh, you live in a city. You live in almost as. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah. Chattanooga, I think, is a capital. Like, what the fuck? It's Albany, dude. Albany's like Scranton. I think has more on Albany than Albany has on Albany.
It might be true.
Yeah. What, Kyle? Why aren't all your reviews Suarez beers? All of them.
Right?
All of them should be.
Right?
It's no
Kyle. Well, no, even better. Yeah, because that works. And what's even better, Keith, is be like, I don't understand why he didn't pick up Suarez when he was there last time.
What do you mean?
I've never been there.
Because he's never been there.
What?
Not only has he not done a review, he's never fucking been there. That was my point.
What, you live like you
and stuff? Like
what? You live like 15 minutes from there or something?
It's how close I am. I'll look it up.
I think it's 30. I think it's 35 minutes away because I think we were gonna meet up. Remember when that guy was gonna send me a box?
Oh yeah,
and we were gonna meet up.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll look it up, Keith. You guys can talk while I'm looking it up.
No, we're waiting. This adds the suspense.
I don't know how to spell Suarez. Yeah.
Just type in beer. It's going to be so close. It's going to be one of the first things that pop up.
It's 38 miles. Yeah, 38 miles.
Yeah, dude. So that's like if you drive like a normal human being, that's like 23 minutes.
Yeah, you're right.
I think. Yeah, like almost every brewery is at least that far away from here, except for Manskirt.
Like grocery store is 25 minutes away. It is.
Well, I know it's not a city, but my closest grocery store is a block away.
Yeah, but what's the grocery store?
Price Chopper. I don't know
Yeah, that's not a fucking grocery store, dude. Sorry. No, it's not. Like Piggly Wiggly's not a grocery store. Fucking Price Chopper, no. Weiss, Giant, that's not grocery store. That's like you're one step above fucking Walmart there. You're upstate New York. You got Wegmans, you got Whole Foods. You know what I mean? Why aren't you going to legit places?
Well, actually, because
you're artisanal beer. Why aren't you artisanal groceries?
Well, I'll tell you, Price Chopper. I'm a huge Wegmans fan, but Price Chopper's from this area, so they have a gentleman's agreement where Wegmans doesn't come into this market and Price Chopper doesn't go into Rochester. So, yeah, sucks to be a Wegmans fan.
I think Wegmans needs to come up and curb Price Chopper right in the fucking face and take over their territory.
I love shopping and I love going to Wegmans.
Let's put it this way. I have no idea where Price Chopper's from, but I know where Wegmans is from. And I have as many Price Choppers by me than I do Wegmans. So it's not like a matter of I'm Wegmans biased. I'm Wegmans biased because I like them.
Oh, no. You are preaching to the choir. I am a Wegmans fanboy. Not Suarez, but Wegmans fanboy, for sure.
Well, yeah.
I can walk to a Whole Foods from my house in under 4 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, I mean it's not. I live like in like a weirdly suburb area, but I can piss over my fence onto a fucking store. It's weird. Like if I cross the highway, which is right behind my house, there's like a hotel and like a 99 underneath it. And if I cross the actual like freeway, then I'm at a Wegmans. It's like seriously, it's under a quarter mile away. It's pretty close.
That's a nice hotel by your house.
Awesome.
I remember when I spent the night at your house, I snuck out, stayed at the hotel, woke up early, and came back to the house because I didn't trust you. But it was a really nice hotel.
Well, they had AC there, I'm sure.
That's true. Yeah.
See, technically, I have like a supermarket like 15 minutes away from my house called Acme, like fucking Acme from fucking like Roadrunner and shit. But it's like they're like literally they're almost like they should go to jail for extortion because they're like, hey, you want this tub of cream cheese? Well, that's $15. You know what I mean? Like they're like it's like everything's 3 times the price of normal prices. And then like for me, we have but it's the shitty horrible versions. You know what I mean? It's not like like they're not like making their own or they have some crazy artisanal brand.
Yeah.
And I hate, it's one of those things where people say fam and I hate it. And then people start using it. That's me with artisanal. I actually use the word now and I used to make fun of it all the time. But the closest thing to me is a ShopRite, which ShopRite's not even that big. They're kind of big, but they're all right. Hey.
It depends on the ShopRite.
Yeah, dude, that Byram ShopRite is bomb, dude.
Yeah.
You've been to Byram ShopRite? Byram ShopRite Liquors is the bomb.
Yeah.
Like that place is gigantic. Ugh.
Well, that's what I like about that fucking Wegmans in Burlington. They have awesome liquor and awesome beer selection. Like for a grocery store, like my grocery store near me, it's like Budweiser, Sam Adams, maybe that's it. I go to Wegmans, which is in Burlington, Mass, which is a little bit of a drive, but that place has like, pretty good stuff for a grocery store. And like if I'm looking for like a popular like beer that nothing too insane like a BCBS or like something from Oscar Blues that's smaller, they'll have it for weeks where everyone else is sold out right away.
Yeah, the Wegmans out. I don't have one super close to where I live now, but when I lived in Pennsylvania, like Wegmans was like I couldn't go anywhere without passing it. So it was like my local place, and the beers that I ripped out of that fucking place, man. Like I ended up my best get in the history of beer was a 2014 BCBS. I got 3 4-packs of 2014 Bourbon County for it was $12.97 a 4-pack because they mislabeled it $12 and it was supposed to be $12.97 a bottle, but it said 4-pack, and I brought them up and she rang them. And I'm like, she's like, I think this is supposed to be pricier. I'm like, that fucking tag says $12.97 for a 4-pack. And then the guy who works the beer thing there comes up and goes, he looks at me, he knows I'm there all the time. He's like, yeah, whatever. So it's just like, I was like, yeah. But they used to fuck up all the time in awesome ways. Like they have, Wegmans has their mix at 6. It's like their fucking thing. And like they would throw Chimay Blues or all kinds of crazy, awesome, like high ABV beers in there every now and then. And I'd roll like right up to the fucking checkout with like a 6-pack of Chimay Blue for like $11. And they'd be like, it's all the same beer. And be like, yep. So here we go.
That was the first time I had Bourbon County. It was 2012, and it was in the make your own 6-pack. It was like there's only 2 in there, but it was at Wegmans in Binghamton. Yeah, and it was like, wait, I heard about this beer, and I think this is a good price if it's in the make your own 6-pack. And then I brought it home and went back, and not the same night because I wouldn't have driven, but then I went back and bought 4-packs. Yeah, I think I had both bottles I had in that mix 6.
There's a barrel aged stout that Spencer Brewing makes that I was really looking forward to trying, and I saw a bottle at Wegmans that I brought it up. I was so happy. Walked up, they rang it up. Oh, we're not supposed to have this at this store. Put it down. Want anything else? Fuck you.
That
I was so
sucks.
pissed. Yeah, I was pissed. Luckily, I was at a fair or some bullshit last fall, and one of the monks there named Brother Mike or Michael, probably, who knows. Very, very nice guy, and they weren't supposed to sell shit, and he gave me some anyway. It was awesome. Hope he doesn't get in trouble.
Kyle, are you ripping through those Black is Beautiful beers?
Maybe. No, I'm just pouring a little bit at a time. Yeah, I grabbed to it. I'm just pouring a little bit at a time.
Which one you open?
I did the first one I did was a Crane, and I just did the Axe and Arrow.
You already opened both of them.
Yeah, just little pours for
Kyle
me.
Don't fuck. I was like, I don't fuck away for you, motherfuckers. I'm surprised it took him this long to be like, why aren't we drinking shit already and chugging it as fast as humanly possible?
That's why I'm just.
He didn't even bother. He just dove right in. He's just like, I'm not waiting. I'm not saying anything. I'm just.
I think it's.
Well, let's do that. I'll go. I didn't even grab mine yet. I'll go grab mine and we'll start diving into them. Sean can catch up. We don't have to wait for that motherfucker.
Okay,
hold on.
And you guys can hear me okay, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, really well. Yeah.
I think I'm still on a delay. That sucks.
You might be like a second or something, Mike, is all.
You look okay to me.
Thank you.
Oh, you might be. Oh, you mean delayed as far as like response? Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
I'm just looking at the comments. Lunch is a delicious beer. I almost actually ordered one yesterday, but.
You guys notice I changed my name?
It's funny because of where my webcam is, it's not attached to my screen, so it's actually blocking what your name is. I've not seen that. I actually don't even know how you change names while in here.
I figured it out before. It's not, at least on iPad, it's easy.
Okay.
What are we opening?
If you go down, Kyle, if you go down to the bottom corner where your face is, there's a little dot thing in the corner.
Okay.
You click on that, you can edit your name.
Got it.
For future reference.
So Kyle, I have to ask, what's the thin yellow line shirt for?
It's actually a Black Lives Matter shirt.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Other end.
Hashtag What Matters 2020, and then Black Lives Matter. It says that more clear. It says Black Lives Matter on the back.
What's it saying on the arm?
Hashtag What Matters 2020, and then that little font says Black Lives Matter, and then it says it bigger on the back. I forget where my wife got them from, but she bought us some swag.
What's the significance of the logo there on the chest?
No idea. I asked her; she didn't know either. She said, "I think yellow is a color they use." I said, "I just said that I don't know." At least around me, signs are always just black and white, black with white lettering. But
no, if you all the street paintings are yellow, the lettering in the streets.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah.
Near me, you got a bunch of people driving around with American flags with Trump's face really big on them, which is
that's it.
Well, it says some foul shit around it, but
yeah, that's like I'm in Trump country out here, man. It's crazy. Yeah, like there's like there's somebody in a local Facebook group be like, I can't repeat it here because then I just can't do it. Like there's just people say crazy shit and they just no. Anyway, which one were you drinking first, Keith?
Oh, I don't care.
Crane,
I figured we'd do the. Or do you want to wait for that?
What does Mike have? Mike, what do you got?
I have Crane. I mean, I have other ones in my fridge. I just don't know what they are.
Nah, let's do the Crane one.
Okay.
Or do you want to? You Keith, you're gonna say we're gonna wait for Sean?
Yeah, because don't we have a different one that we're just opening?
I brought three with me. I have the Man Skirt, I have the Crane, and I have the Old Heights.
Oh.
What else are we supposed to be opening?
I thought we were doing the Crane and then one random one, just whatever we.
Well,
have.
I don't know. Like,
yeah, okay. I actually have the one that my other one that I brought up is the same one that Kyle has, the Axe and Arrow.
Okay.
Well, I don't have that one.
Yeah.
Open the Crane. Sean can catch up.
Okay.
All right, I'm opening Crane. Too late to go back now.
Yeah, I'm excited to try this, Keith, because the last time I had Crane beer was, remember when you brought it back on your trip? Yeah, it was a Saison. Was it 2 beers from Crane that I got, or just that Saison? Because was it a collab?
It was I gave you 2 beers. One was Crane, and it was a Farmhouse IPA, I think.
Yeah, and the other one was a collab with the Italian brewery.
That was the Hair of the Dog. That was Matt 2. Yeah, yes. It was like
Hair of the Dog's awesome.
It wasn't. I don't think it was really a collab. They just brewed Matt at the Italian. At the Italian. Yeah, I think it was. Oh,
smells good. You okay,
Keith? This has the best nose of any of
the
beers I've had.
I snorted it.
Here's the funny part about it, though. Mike, this smells like the beer that you hated. This smells like the 6% one we did last time. What was that? Aeronaut?
No.
Was it Aeronaut? No, who did that small ABV one? Oh, there was Lord Hobo, right?
Yeah, Lord Hobo.
This kind of smells like that beer to me. And I know you hated that one.
To me, this smells I just didn't think it was great. This smells richer. It doesn't have that cardboardy smell that one did.
Does this smell like sausage smoked or something like that? Like a smoky kind of character.
A little bit.
I'm getting like a graham cracker sausage thing.
Hey, don't tell people your pet name for my wiener. Look, gotta get that graham cracker sausage.
Or maybe it's not graham cracker. Maybe it's like brown sugar or whatever they put on graham crackers. What is that stuff? I don't know.
Sugar.
I think it's cinnamon sugar usually, right?
Yeah, something like that.
There's some kind of weird smoky thing about it. I don't know. I'm diving in.
I think your sausage is the smokiness, Keith. Yeah.
That does remind me of that fucking beer, though.
A little bit.
And taste it. Yeah, it's a roasty toasty.
Yeah.
Like the other one was like a toasty bittering porter, where this one just a little bit bigger, So it's starting to err towards like that stout characteristic. But it's kind of like we've said this multiple times throughout this. It's a bittering beer, so it gives you hints of Russian Imperial Stout. It gives you hints of a black IPA, but it ends up being just kind of some kind of middle ground porter, kind of Imperial Stout thing going on.
Yeah, it has a nice aftertaste.
Yeah, I like this one better. I feel like this one it's a little more chocolate, a little more roast. I felt like the other one that we were talking about was I didn't like it cold. As it warmed up, I liked it a lot better. It's still much more effective. When I say like a 6% stout or whatever, this is what I would kind of say, you know. Oh, it's 8% though. Jesus.
What do you think, Keith?
I like it.
Yeah.
It's like Kyle said, the aftertaste is kind of cool. It's a little thin, maybe not for an 8%. Maybe, I don't know. I have no idea what I'm saying or doing.
That's fair.
Okay, I've been wholly neglecting the comments. Let's rip through those so people don't feel like they're being left behind. We have Clinton Watts, or as I like to say, Clinton Watts, up in the piece, saying hi from North Carolina. Michael Gomez says, "Black is beautiful. Such a great brewer and such a great message." It's that simple, man. Why fucking complicate it? Like, no, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not trying to be crazy. It is what it is. Brews and Views says, "What's up, fellow beer lovers?" There we go. They got a nice little, like, I'm guessing what do you think that's in their glass? Is that Kolsch or is that Saison? I think that's a Kolsch. Or Belgian triple. Or urine. I don't know.
It
one
could
of those.
be the latter.
Yeah. Michael Gomez says, "I got a bourbon barrel aged worldwide stout priced at $40 for the price of a single bottle. I want to tell the clerk, but she just scanned and bagged. I got a bourbon barrel aged worldwide stout priced at $40 for the price." Oh, he got a 4-pack.
Yeah.
So,
I think that's what he's saying.
No, that's not. You're not. No. Unless it's a small mom and pop shop. But if it's any kind of like semi-chain grocery store, then they should get better fucking tagging their shit. That's how I get 6 main lunches for $12 on the Mix of Sixers. So Dan B, everybody's loving the rip it off Mix of Six game here.
Yeah, and the main bottles are a little more than 16 ounces, right? They're like a pint, whatever.
Yeah, it's 16.9. They're like the Schneider Aventina style bottles. And we have Joseph Hardison saying, "What's up, fellas? Do you have full-time jobs besides being a YouTuber?" Fuck yeah, dude. I would be living in squalor. I would be holding a little torch, not like a flashlight from England, like a torch, and stealing internet from somebody if I lived off. Well, none of us make YouTube cash except for Kyle. Kyle's got that sweet YouTube cash.
Big money.
How about you let Joseph know how much money you make a month in YouTube cash?
In a month, about $33.
Yeah, buddy.
A little more than $1 a day. Yeah,
$1 a day. He's like one of those animals that you feed and in fucking Australia because of the fires. It's just $1 a day. You could save a koala. So yeah, there's no money in BeerTube, man. Even the people that have like really larger followings, you're talking about people that are less than 100,000 people. You kind of need you need to creep up towards $500,000 to $1 million. I personally believe, to make a decent living off YouTube. I'm sure you could make a living if you want to scrape the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
As far as like quality of life. But it's just the money's not there. The only people, let's put it this way, the people who make money off YouTube really do make it outside of YouTube. They have, they do ad reads and they get sponsorships from companies they don't do advertisements. You know what I mean? There's some that do, you know what I mean? But most of the time that's how it works. So it is what it is. Now, this is not that anybody knows, but I don't know. You don't have to tell people what you do for a living, but we'll let Joe know what we do for a living. I am a technology expert in a plastics company, and I do basically 3D CAD design and IT and anything that has to do with a computer I fix or make or create. Yeah. What about you guys, if you feel like it?
I'm a history teacher at a high school.
I feel like my title is IT technician, but I feel like people confuse that with I'm on the back end.
Back end hardware side of things, like cable runs and
infrastructure.
Yeah.
Not on the user
programming
side.
Programming side.
Programming side. Yeah. I don't even know any of the words or anything. I don't know anything.
And I'm the supervisor in a CNC machine shop.
Which I am so jealous of, Mike. I just want to play with CNC machines all day, man. That's all I want to do. Like, legitimately, I daydream about doing it.
Well, what I do is not that fun. All of our work is completely custom, and it's but we do. I make dental abutments, and the programs are all done way before they get to us. And
you have machines that you put a program in, and they rip them out and they make the things, right?
Well, no, I mean every single part is completely custom. Every individual unit is. We say it's a snowflake, but the programs come to us like from modeling, like another department.
No. The modeling part is what I do. That's actually what I do. I do 3D modeling for an injected molding company to make molds. Basically the same thing that you guys are doing, but we make a mold. And I know what you're talking about. I make a mold. Like I make a 3D drawing to create a mold. It's going to be used a million times. Your guys create a mold that's going to be used once for that person and then gone forever. Even to the point where I've had those things done. And if you decide to get another one done, you have to have the whole molding done again. Because they're like, we threw that away. Like, it's like literally we can't keep everybody's shit. You know what I mean? Like even a digital format and stuff like that. So, yeah. But speaking of mass produced.
Hey, folks.
Hey!
I decided
in the kitchen.
Yeah. The wife's still at home, so I figured I'll just join from the kitchen.
What do you think of it?
Do I sound good or no?
Yeah, you sound great, man.
Okay, cool. I just opened. I haven't taken a sip yet. Ooh, it's syrupy.
Interesting. I found it thin.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's really cold, so maybe that's. I don't know. It's roasty though. Roasty toasty. Yeah, it's roasty toasty. I like it. Nerd Sense loves Ryan. Nice.
Can we start a GoFundMe to get Kyle's name legally changed to Ryan? Can we do that?
How much does that cost? It costs like
$200. Yeah,
$200, I think.
No, it's not so much the cost to change it. It's how much money would he need to coerce him to change his name, or more specifically, coerce his wife to change the name. Because Kyle's like, I'm not changing my name. Be like, dude, it's up to $30,000, babe. Come on, let's do it.
Yeah. He's all about the money. It'd be a lot lower than $30,000 for her. Yeah.
No, you gotta slow play that shit, man. You gotta get the most squeeze all that money.
Yeah. Honestly, she'd probably be like, it's $5. I mean, why not?
How much money would
how much money would it cost for you to change your name on a whim? And I'm not saying something you have to change your name to like Chalupa Batman or anything like that. Like you have to fucking legitimately you have to change your name from Mike to Dan. Like how much money would legitimately would it cost for you guys to change your name?
$50,000.
What?
$50,000.
Oh, I'm not even getting that high. Not even close.
if I can get enough to pay my mortgage for a year, I'll say that's about what it would be for me.
That's what I was
not that
thinking.
much.
It's not what I was thinking. If I could release all of my debt minus like big ticket, like I could release all my debt minus my car, even that's not even that much. Like get rid of my debt. I don't have that much debt. I don't own. I own a home, so my debt is right around 20 grand. You know what I mean? So if I get 20 grand, I change my name to fucking Timothy. You know what I mean? Fuck it. What? I mean, what's the stipulation? You have to keep it forever? Or you got to keep it for 2 years? You have to factor in the headache of changing your name on everything. That's the big one first. And you'll be like, okay, I got to change this, I got to change that, I got to change that, I got to change that. But man, 20 grand, someone's like 20 grand? Fuck yeah. Do that shit. Massive name change reviews. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think about 25 grand.
He's like $5.
Yeah, 25.
He's like, I'm in the process of changing my name to 93 Lumber as is. I'm already in it. Like,
I'm just doing it as a joke. I don't care.
Yeah, he's like, I paid somebody to do it.
Sean, how much?
The wrong.
Oh, you muted
Can't hear
yourself.
you now. You must have moved some kind of sound component.
No, I got a
Okay,
phone
we got
call.
you. We can hear you.
Yeah, I got a phone call. I say 25 to 30 grand to fully change my name, but I changed my name to the wrong spelling of Sean for about 5 grand.
You don't want to hear the best part about that is that when I fucking messaged you guys this morning about me drinking the mystery beer that Kyle sent, I did that text to speech. And I was like, okay, I did text to speech, and I purposely waited till I had a stop sign to change to Sean to the regular Sean. Because I'm like, fucking text to speech. I'm like, now I got to wait to fucking send this fucking thing because I didn't want it to be SEAN. I was like, because I would get pissed off at that. I'd be like, I wouldn't say anything, but I would be like, come on, man. We know each other enough not to be that kind of dick. You know what I mean?
I was watching one of Kyle's videos with captions on one day, and like they just kept altering because it was either a beer review I sent you or it was an unboxing. I forget, but like you said my name multiple times, and like YouTube just kept changing it every time from SEAN, SHAWN, but they never said it SHAUN. And I was getting so angry.
If you had to choose a Sean, which one would it be?
To change it to or keep?
To change it to, like you had to pick between, EAN to AWN.
I'd go SEAN because SHAWN
really?
is a cop out. Yeah, SHAWN is a cop out. It's just
because
one
you
letter.
just exchange it to you. Yeah, but that might
as well go all.
Kirk.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, but then you don't even have to change his signature. No one's gonna fucking notice.
Well, that's a valid point. Well, then again, my signature is just like an S and then my last name, so it doesn't really matter.
Mine is like 2 swoops. It is so far from an actual fucking signature. It's ridiculous.
I just do something different every time. My cursive's horrible. I've given checks to people and they've been rejected by their bank, and they're like, "Yeah, this is just, we don't think a human." Like I've had that happen 3 times. Like, "Yeah, you need to rewrite me a check," and it wasn't like I was trying to be a dick. I was just like, "Yeah, this is here. Here's your check." And they're like, "Yeah, none of this is legible." They're like, "This is not tender at this point. Like, you need to fucking talk to this person." I was like, "Okay."
Speaking of spelling Sean's name wrong, I got a text once from his wife, and who I'm friends with. It's not anything weird, and she had said something like about Sean or whatever, and I texted Sean, "Hey, tell your wife how to spell your name." But apparently she did
I remember that.
She's like a text-to-speech deal, and it did the same thing. It spelled it, I think it did the AWN, or I don't remember. Yeah. It was funny. I was like, how the fuck did Kerry fuck this one up?
So StreamYard Mobile isn't that bad, actually, but I thought they would have an app by now.
Yeah, you'd think they would.
I think that's just a programming thing to where it's easier because it's a universal code as opposed to building apps for specific platforms.
The funny thing was,
I know.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I was done.
No, I was going to say, when I clicked your link in the Facebook Messenger, I have Chrome as my default browser on my iPhone. It opened in Chrome, and then it just popped up StreamYard, like KB article saying, please open this in Safari. Here's how to do it. It doesn't work in Chrome. I was like, oh, interesting.
I also imagine if they did apps, like they would have to, if anyone's subscription, they'd have to pay 30% to Apple or whatever stores they were in as well.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they get shut down, and they're like, fuck you, and then lawyers are like Fortnite, and everything gets all crazy.
But then Apple's like, we have no idea who StreamYard is, so let them go fuck themselves.
I'll tell you, and they're like, really? But I'll tell you this right now, just as a complete critique, Sean, the frame rate's way lower, and every now and then I get this click in your audio. Like, if you talk, it'll be like, every now and then.
It's just my phone, my AirPods. It could be because my iPhone's probably running 17 different things.
And he's gone. So let's continue with the comments. We have Brews and Views. Actually, Brews and Views chimed in saying, "What's up, fellow beer lovers?" And he actually says, "Double Sunshine by Lawson's." Oh, that's what's in his glass.
Yeah.
I was gonna be like, wait, there's no rhyme or reason to what this guy's saying. I was like, oh, Double Sunshine. No, that makes all the sense. And then he then replied, "All wrong," and that we were all wrong. So take that, everybody. Go fuck yourselves. You were all wrong.
I didn't take a guess.
Oh, I was gonna say West Coast style IPA. I was gonna say it, and I was like,
of course,
nah, those other options. Those other options are probably more closer to the whatever. So I was just like, ah.
So my dog is a jerk chimes in. Hey y'all, new here, great channel in conversation.
That could definitely be for me because my fucking dog is a jerk.
Ken Beer Review says some people in the UK think beer tube make money. Silly. I don't know, man. You advertise enough breweries, you'll make money.
Yeah.
And how much to change it to Donald? My dog is a jerk says. I don't know who. I don't. I mean, honestly, Donald sounds like a fucking douchey name up front. No offense to anybody here who has family members named Don, but that's my point. Is that you can call yourself Don? Like, yo, I'm fucking Don. Hey, what's fucking going on? Like Donald the Duck is dumb, but you're like, hey, look at fucking Dom over there. You know, you get the best of both worlds. Yeah. Oh fuck, you fucked it all up, man. Yeah, but I want to think. See, that's the thing. That's like saying like your name was like, you know, like I have like, and he would laugh at this. So, I'm not making fun of him. So I have a guy who follows me on Instagram who I chat with every name called Jeffrey Epstein.
Me too.
And
every time,
you know. Yeah. And the first time I ever chatted with him, he's like, I'm not that Jeffrey Epstein. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm like, you know, imagine being called that guy. It's like the Seinfeld episode with Joel Rifkin. You know, it's like, man, I had a name before all those motherfuckers came along. You know, like Michael Jackson. You know, Michael Jackson was doing beer shit way before MJ. You know, come on now.
Too funny. Yeah, finally last week I showed my wife, I'm like, it's just so weird to have him like my posts, you know, Jeffrey Epstein. Like, it's just freaking bizarre.
He's a nice guy. Did you ever talk to him?
I'd have to check.
Yeah, we chatted back and forth a couple times, and he's a super nice guy, you know?
Sean said he had to restart his phone, FYI. That's why
I was...
You can't tell Sean that the quality's not good. He's got to like.
He fucked up. He just clicked the wrong thing. Don't make him.
Sometimes when we're doing reviews from like remote, I'll say, "Hey, it looks like your table's a little crooked," and he freaks out and I spent 20 minutes trying to fix it. I'm like,
well, that was what the unboxing did like yesterday. It's like the lighting was off, and he's like, "I know lighting, fucking like the lighting's weird. It's the fucking lighting's weird. It's just the light." But I'm the same way. Like there'll be times where like the shit's not right. I'm like, motherfucker. You know?
Yeah, he freaks out. It's fun. He's so easy to troll. Like all you have to say is something really nondescript, and he freaks the fuck out, and then you sit there and laugh while he's in a blind panic.
That's like literally my life. Blind panic over everything.
I give no shits. I always
you
have
give a shit. No one lines up comic books like that in the background if they don't give a shit.
Those are metal signs. That's why
no one lines up metal signs. It's the same fucking thing, dude. Come on. No one lines up metal signs if they don't give a shit.
I always wear hats. always, because I have psoriasis on my head and on my forehead. It's a mess. It looks like fucking scarring and really bad. I got to his house today and I didn't have a hat on. I was like, let's do a review. Fuck it. I've never done a review without a hat on, not even once until today. Because I was like, fuck, who cares? But like, see, I have all this fucking weird like sores and shit on my forehead and my top of my head. Who cares? Fuck it. Who cares?
I'm sure the dumb shit you say in the fucking review will fucking cover that all up. So let's play a game. Derek Handy here, great fucking name, by the way. Derek Handy says, dove into some 90-minute last night after not touching it for 6 months. You could probably guess how that went. Let's all guess how that went. I'll go last. You guys tell me.
I had an old 60-minute that actually was held up pretty nicely, but I'm going to say not well.
I've got some old 90. Never bothered me. My Joe's malty. New 90s malty, so.
Yeah. I'd probably say not good, but not bad. Like, just, like, good enough to drink, but not good enough to be like, this is how I want it all the time.
Yeah.
I went into this question the polar opposite of everybody.
Oh. What?
No, not because I read it differently. I wrote, I haven't really drank in a long time, and I dove into some 90-minute after not drinking for a while. That's how I read the question.
Oh.
Not well.
You guys are right, but I thought it was gonna be like, yeah, you blacked out because you haven't drank 90-minute in a while, and then you fucking got drunk and did all kinds of crazy shit. That's my answer, because I want to imagine that you kept drinking, or you stopped drinking, and you haven't had 90-minute because that's your favorite beer in the history of mankind, and you decided to finally, after a long time of 6 months, to dive back into beer, and 90-minute was your choice, and you blacked out and did awesome stuff. That's my guess.
Yeah.
Maybe some handies.
Yeah, so definitely some Derek Handies. Listen, everybody's kind of like, oh man, hopefully he doesn't take offense to that. Listen, if he's watching this channel, he's not taking offense to it, so we're all good. It's all good. It's all good.
I don't care. I don't care if you can take offense. It makes you laugh. I don't give a fuck. This is all good.
Mike, you're the most giving fuck person that says I don't give a fuck. You're like super considerate, nice man. You're a good person.
Your secret's out, Mike. You're a nice.
Yeah, it's like you can play bad boy all you want. It's just not flying, man.
Dude, I talked to Sean and I think probably Kyle about this. I don't know if I talked about it on.
Wait, who'd you talk to? This guy?
Sean Ryan. Sorry, my bad.
But, you should have left me backstage, and then my gimbal just completely fails on me. Like what? Like what the?
But a few months ago, I was driving home from Vermont, and I got pulled over. I was going way too fast, and
it's drifting again, brother. I can see it slowly drifting.
But yeah, I got pulled over going way too fast, and the cop was, I don't know, being probably reasonable, but I was being like a real fucking asshole back. I think I was like, my wife was getting so mad at me. I was talking pretty much straight shit to the guy, and I thought about it on the way home because this is like sort of at the start of all this like big mess of this year, and I was like, man, if I wasn't white, I might have been okay, because I was like saying like fucked up shit to this guy. And I didn't give a fuck. And at one point, he's like, have you been drinking? I was like, no. And he's like, well, some people drink. I was like, I fucking don't. I was like being really kind of aggressive, and being like, when we left, my wife was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you being such a fucking asshole? I was like, I was being reasonable. Yeah.
I was right, by the way.
Prick sometimes. Oh, nice.
Bottle was a month old.
So I read it the right way. I thought I read it wrong, so take that for what it's worth.
I feel
Wait,
like
you read it right? He's saying bottle was a month old.
The bottle was only a month old, so it couldn't be. He couldn't have the 6-month-old bottle that you guys were thinking of. You know what I mean? Like the bottle was only a month old, so he dove back into 90 after not having it for 6 months. not the 90 that was
I
in his
wouldn't
fridge
even know
for
how to
6
interpret
months.
that.
He basically said he loves 90-minute IPA. He didn't drink it for half a year and decided to try it again, and he got ripshit drunk and loved it. As opposed to, I had a case of 90. I decided not to drink for 6 months and then dove back into the case of 90. Capiche?
Kyle, you need to get some low AB. You need to go to Suarez, and you need to get some low ABV lagers and drink
But that's
those.
not Kyle's jam, though. That's
You
not
don't
his
like
thing.
lagers? Oh yeah, that's right.
He's
You
getting
had, like,
into it.
You had like
He's
a
doing it-
Pilsner
have
for
you
the
not-
first
wait,
time.
Are
like,
you
2
not? Are
months
you
ago,
not
right?
watching his channel on the
No, I am.
Texas
No,
Taste
when-
Buds Tuesday or whatever it is? What is
When
it?
you said that, that reminded me. He had his first Pilsner like a month or two ago or something.
Not my first Pilsner ever. Just
Or no, it wasn't Pilsner. It was a Kolsch. He had like a Kolsch for the first time or something, right? Is that?
it was like my first review of a Kolsch, maybe. Yes. Hey, what's up,
okay.
Pariah?
Kolsch is one of my favorite styles on the planet. I love Kolsch. I fucking love them. Every time I find them, I buy them.
Oh, Matt, I don't know if you saw it, but maybe it was yesterday. Suarez is brewing their dark mild again.
Yeah, that is the best thing in the history of mankind.
If only we knew someone who lived right near there and could get some for us.
Well, here's the thing, Keith. Why don't we go on a beer trip?
We should.
Because if you think about it, it makes all the sense in the world. Because what it is there's no hanging out at breweries. We can maximize our fucking trip. Like there's no like, oh, let's drink for 45 minutes here, drink half an hour there, drink for an hour there. It's like let's just fucking like it's Smoking the Bandit fucking Hudson Valley style. Like you know,
and
most down, rolling up and trucking. We just fucking go up there, get the beer, and just
You
fucking
guys can't
bang
drink
it on.
at breweries?
and
I wouldn't right now, personally.
I
You guys can't drink at
have
breweries?
not
I
in,
wouldn't.
or I think in
No, you
Pennsylvania.
can drink at breweries. You just can't drink inside. You have to be outside the brewery.
In
But
Pennsylvania,
I wouldn't even do that personally.
Yeah, we could hit
Breweries
it.
up here are all open, like completely.
Yeah, last time I drank a beer in a brewery was, I want to say, January.
Really? You didn't go anywhere for like February or the beginning of March?
January, February. No, middle of March, definitely not. No way, dude.
No.
Because I stopped work March 16th, and that was like me like fighting inside of myself not to go to work for almost a month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Is Suarez sponsoring this video or something? I just feel like it's a lot of.
No, you don't have to sponsor shit when you're awesome.
I don't
If
know
you
how
went
that's
there, you know. If you went there, you know.
What? If he went where?
Suarez.
He said it's
Oh.
he said it's Suarez sponsoring this video. I'm like, no, they don't have to because they're good, and you know that if you actually went there.
What do they specialize in?
Lagers and
I don't think they don't make a beer over like 5.8%.
oh yeah. It's all I think it's all six and under.
Yep. They made it like Keith was talking about their English mild. Their English mild is what, 4.8?
No, I think it's like 3. I think it's low. I think it's like 3.2 or something.
Okay, it's super low ABV, and it's just malt, water, yeast, and hops, and it's by far and away the most coffee forward beer I've ever had in my life. There's no coffee in it. I know you don't like coffee, Mike, but there's no coffee in it, and it's the most coffee beer I've ever had in my life.
Yuck. Oh, what? That's my bad. Fucking
That's our conversation at the beginning of the video, Mike.
Coffee, like
You hate coffee, maybe you like coffee flavored things that don't come from coffee. You don't know. You're looking at me confused. We talked about I like peach stuff, but I hate peach flavored things.
no. I just don't agree with your premise. No, I don't like coffee. I never did. I've never in my whole life had a cup
And
of
I'm not
coffee.
saying you
Okay.
do. I'm saying maybe you like
Yeah.
coffee flavored things in the same way you agreed with the whole you like this You hate peaches, but
Yeah.
you like peach flavor. That
No,
premise.
I know you meant. I'm just saying like coffee forward beers are like pretty terrible to me. I've had a couple that are okay depending on how forward they are. But God, the taste of coffee makes me want to fucking die. Jesus. Oof.
More
So
for me.
gross. I mean, like it's
Keith.
weird.
Yeah.
Everywhere I've lived as an adult, I've never even had a fucking coffee maker. It's weird.
Yeah, Matt.
How's
Sorry.
the bomb beer?
What bomb beer?
Didn't you go get the bomb beer?
Yeah, I didn't drink it yet.
No. Okay. Good talk.
I was gonna jokingly bring up both 4-packs I bought and pretend to drink them, drink all of them in this live stream, but I didn't. I kind of forgot I was gonna do that and didn't do that. So yeah, I figured that one we'd do together, maybe try to something.
Yeah. Might want to hang this weekend.
No, I meant as a live stream.
No, go fuck yourself.
I bought enough for everybody. Everybody's getting one of those.
You're like Oprah.
You love it.
Oprah with beer. I said it first.
There was a slight lag when I said it first. Matt, did you review that already?
Yeah, this is the one I reviewed it before we went on the air.
So you
How
did
about
get those.
Yes, all three of them.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm the cool guy who doesn't do the fucking...
Sorry, this is a little off topic. Has anyone ever sent Thomas beer?
Wait, what?
Has anyone ever sent Thomas beer?
Thomas Open?
Like,
Yes.
The Dutch Thomas.
Yes.
he
No.
got
Has anyone ever sent him beer?
Oh, like from America? Like from the United States?
No.
Yes.
No.
I've never sent him beer, no.
It's a
I plan on it. I'm just curious on like what the chances are of it making it to him.
Oh, 1,000% fine. When you want to send it, let me know and I'll tell you exactly how to send it. I'll get there in 3 days and it'd be decently cheap.
Okay. Sean.
Yeah,
and I are
it's
gonna send
not
him some beer.
It's not complicated, dude. Like at all.
Okay.
To send stuff overseas, it gets there like mad fast. Like I haven't sent stuff to him specifically, but I've sent stuff to the Netherlands. I've sent stuff to England. I've sent stuff to Scotland, and this one service, it gets there like way faster than any UPS FedEx, and it's mad fast, and it gets there lickety split, and it's like you're probably gonna pay like between $35 to $60 for the box, depending for like a decent sized box, like the box that you guys sent in back and forth. Nothing like if you really wanted the maximize space, you could probably fit like maybe a dozen cans in it. You know what I mean?
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I did promise him on a live stream not that long
ago.
Well,
honestly, I want to send them beers too. I'd be willing to chip in if we all want to chip into a box and do like a crazy let's fucking shower Thomas with a bunch of beers box. I'd be all for that.
I have some. I've got some extra Black is Beautiful beers, and since he was saying he hasn't been getting any over there, like
just in general, like Thomas is kind of history and kind. We need to put him in a box and ship him over here for a little.
Yeah, he is the nicest person in that chat group. That's a fact.
Oh yeah, you can, yeah.
So, but I did promise about sending him some luscious, so I'm gonna fucking hold myself to it. And Sean said he wanted to send him something too. And if we all kind of make him a big fucking American beer package, he'll probably be pretty happy.
Yeah, if we all contribute beer, and then like we could actually send a decent sized box if we all split shipping, because like if we all send stuff individually, let's say I sent like 10 cans, probably to the Netherlands a little more expensive, probably like $45. You times that by 4, you know what I mean? You're looking pushing $200. If we all put in a big box together, we probably for $100 could send them the same amount of beer that we would all put in a singular box. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what? Fuck it. I can send pallets internationally. Actually, we do containers out of Newark all the time.
This is getting out of control real fast. Said we should all talk offline outside of a chat with you.
Yeah.
And talk about how we want to do this.
Like
it would be cool to do like a shock and awe thing. Like he just gets so much beer, he doesn't know what to do with.
Yeah.
And then we make the stipulation that he has to do every single one of them in English.
His English is better than mine. Let's be fair here.
Better than all of ours, dude.
Yeah, it's humiliating when people have English as a second or third language and it's better than mine. Fuck. Oh, Handy's his real name. That's awesome.
Yeah, but he gets it. That's the whole point of it.
That's awesome. That's good.
Oh yeah.
So is Sean dead?
Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah, we can zoom that funeral. Anyway, let's see what we got going on here. Go back to the comments for a little bit. Dove in the 90-minute malt bomb mids. I read it correctly, not you guys. Just picked up some 120 the other day. I've always found 120 like readily available to me, but this year it's everywhere. Like I see 120 every single bottle shop I go to. Not just that, I saw a 4-pack of 120 for less than $30.
Where?
Costco.
Nice.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, it was like $27. It was like ended up being like $7 and change a bottle, which is by far and away the cheapest I've ever seen in my life. Not a bad thing. It's still the same beer.
Oh, that's awesome.
No, 120 is good. I just never look out for it.
Well, it needs to be, at least 8 years old before it's drinkable.
Has it been released recently? Because remember when we did
the new one.
New label.
I can go to Hope Liquors and get the new one that just was released.
Okay. Because I know we did the Dogfish Head thing, and you were having trouble finding 120.
Well, you could tell because it's rebranded. They rebranded the line.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, it's the first year of the rebrand, so it's easy to spot. Yeah, it's got like this all black, like a 4-pack holder with like gold lettering on it, and the label's much the same. So confusing as fuck about that. Hello, beer tubers. We covered that. Oh yeah, Mike must take coffee. And my dog is Jerk says I like coffee stouts a lot typically, but some seem to get into licorice territory. What is that from? Licorice territory, I would assume, is that when coffee beans aren't like typically have like a fleshy covering to them. They're not like it's not like a hard thing that pops out. Like the actual beans have like this green fleshiness, depending on like where you're getting it from and how they're prepared or not prepared. More specifically, in that green portion of the show, when I get a lot of green flavoring in a coffee beer, I attribute it to that fleshy, meaty part of the bean that hasn't been roasted or toasted off yet. And I'm assuming maybe it comes from that. Yeah.
I think with coffee beers, once they age out a little bit, they start to get that green pepper thing,
Mm-hmm.
They get that green vegetal kind of taste.
Mm-hmm. For sure. I guess this question is not for Mike so much, but you guys ever have, was it McKellar's beer brunch with the coffee beans, the civet? I don't. It might not be how to pronounce the animal's name, but like where the animal eats the coffee beans and they
the catch shit.
I haven't had that one.
I haven't had coffee with that, but I have had their stout with it, and then the stout with just regular coffee. But like way back, I don't know, at least 10 years ago, it must have been 10 years ago, we did a blind comparison, some buddies of mine and I, and that one did win. Like the coffee was better. I mean, again, this was, I want to say that 10 years ago. But anyway, yeah, it was like noticeably better, and we didn't know which one we were drinking. So
I had since we're talking about coffee, about 6 years ago, actually almost exactly 6 years ago, I had my first coffee IPA, and it was McKellar, and it might have been a collab. I don't remember, but it was awesome.
really,
It was awesome. I loved it. It was my first. It was the first one I ever had, and it was actually. What do you know? What the name of that coffee is? Or yeah, the coffee, the coffee bean poop, because it might have been that maybe.
I want to say it's Civet, like Civeat.
Oh, maybe not then.
I just typed in cat
Kopi
poop
Luwak.
coffee. And Kopi Luwak.
Yeah,
And
Oh.
it's
Oh yeah, it
Yeah,
was that
Palm
coffee.
Civet.
Then.
Yeah.
I think it was that coffee then.
and yeah, the animal it's Civet. I was close. Civet.
Oh, that's the animal.
That's the name of the animal. Yeah.
And the name of the beer is Mikkeller Beer Geek Brunch Weasel. Is the name of the actual beer.
Well, I think they did a coffee IPA with that coffee, and I thought it was great.
What's the best coffee beer you ever had besides the English mild from fucking Suarez?
I don't know. Might have been that coffee IPA. That's like that. Even though it was 6 years ago I had it, I still think about it sometimes.
Yeah, mine's got to be like there's a couple of them up there. It's hard to pin down this one. Like, you know, like OG Double Shot is fantastic, but outside of that, like Pêche Mortel from Dudiciel, fucking Canada is fucking up there, man. Even our Aphrodite, which I believe is a coffee version, smaller version of that, but Dudiciel is great. There's one I'm forgetting, and I don't know what it is, but I had it not too long ago, and I remember having it and going, man, this is just as good as those beers.
My favorite beer with coffee in it is Trillium Permutation 109. Fucking blew me away. It has cold brew and a bunch of fucking nonsense in it, but doesn't taste like coffee to me. Don't give a shit. Love it.
I think I remember you talking about that previously because you were so surprised you liked it because it had coffee in it. So not only was it a beer that you were okay with, you actually enjoyed it.
Oh no, I loved it. It made my top 5 that year for sure. It was the beer blew me away. It's one of my all-time favorites, honestly. Being honest here. Kyle, you were saying something?
Sorry, no, I'm trying to remember when it was we did that blind taste test. That's why I'm just looking it up. No, that Trillium one, I mean PM Dawn, and then you guys were more Sean and Reed were like, well, if you think that's like the best one, is it Night and Day?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one I thought was even better than PM Dawn. I don't know if that's my final answer, but it's definitely up there.
Curious to see what happens if I type in best coffee beers into the internets to see what people say. No, just because there might be not necessarily that I'm trying to be like, oh, Tweak from Avery is actually really good. That's like that's like, you know, a 17% rum barrel age fucking like blow your head off kind of. Ooh, Funky Buddha maple bacon coffee porter is really good in that really kind of crazy adjuncty kind of way. Speedway coffee stouts are fucking bonkers good. I'm skipping a lot here. Founders breakfast stout is fucking awesome. The OG breakfast stout, no barrel, whatever, fucking amazing. But Avery Tweak, that's probably the one that really. I mean, nobody said Bourbon County, but I wouldn't even really go there myself. Even though it's a great beer, it's like the more adjuncts you pile on to a coffee beer, I feel like it makes it less of a coffee beer, if that makes any kind of sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
It's like,
that's
hey,
with
this.
permutation 109. Yeah.
I feel like you said porter, and I feel like there was a coffee porter that I had somewhere that was really good, but I have no idea. Now it's in my head.
It sucks to say, but Founder's Breakfast Stout is really good, man. Like, just hurts to say it. You know?
Nope.
I think it's awful.
And I'm happy saying that.
Didn't they do a Black is Beautiful? I think we talked about that.
They did, yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, I don't know if I told you guys this story, but I was at a house party, and it was before you could get Founders in New York. And I remember I was up in the bathroom, and I heard people downstairs like, "No, you gotta save Kyle some. You gotta save Kyle some." And like someone scored one 12-ounce bottle of the breakfast stout, you know, and it was just like that big of a deal at this house party that everyone got like just a little bit of a sip. And then, like a year later, it was actually in New York and sitting on a shelf. But just how different things are now than they used to be.
Yeah.
This is slightly different, but I invited Sean over to my house, my apartment, whatever, to watch. I think maybe WrestleMania, some nonsense, and but the whole thing was it's a ruse. Is the wrong word for it. But somebody I knew way back was able to get me like Alchemist, like what's that one, Focal Banger?
Yeah.
Before they ever released it, it was only available in bars, and someone got me a can. And I had it at my house, and Sean came over, and I pulled out. He almost cried. He was fucking happy. He was like on the couch, like almost whimpering and blinking and holding his hands, shaking over a fucking IPA. But that was good. It made him really happy. It's fucking weird what beer can do to people sometimes.
What was your guys' best get? Like your favorite beer you ended up drinking or getting, or not necessarily like the best tasting one, but something that was like in your memory that was like okay, you coveted this thing and then you finally got to drink it, and you're like, oh, this is just as good as I thought it would be, or just, you know what I mean? Not necessarily not even the best beer you had, but something that you really gave a shit about that you eventually procured. Do you guys have anything specifically like that?
I've had a couple close that get close to what you're asking. I'll have to think to be more specific to the question, but like my friend Chelsea had a friend, or her brother lived up in Vermont, and she's like, yeah, this is his favorite beer. She just kept talking about this favorite beer, and then she got a can of it, and it was Heady Topper, and I was like, and this is a while ago, and I was like, I think I've heard of this beer before. I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's a thing. So I Googled it, like Beer Advocate's like #1 beer. I'm like, oh, that's where I've heard this beer from. and then we split the can, and it was like, oh wow, that's delicious. And then it was after a beer festival. We went to in Syracuse, New York, and went to a liquor bar, and it was cool. I had like a whole wall of liquors, and it was like one of those old libraries where it had a ladder on wheels that would go back and forth. And we're all big beer guys. And the one guy's actually one who got me into Sammy Claus. But anyway, this is like a rabbit hole of fun beer memories. But I remember like we looked up, we're like, is that a Utopias bottle? And the bartender's like, yeah. And we're like, how much is it? He goes, it's 22 an ounce, or $20 an ounce, or whatever it was. We're like, yeah, we'll take 2 ounces. There's 4 of us. And it was probably because it was after a beer fest, so we're already loaded. But like, I've been chasing that dragon every time Utopias is released. Like that beer freaking blew in that moment, like with those guys after a beer festival and never having seen this beer in real life, like blew all of our minds. And I've always been like chasing that dragon.
Nothing spells like heroin addict like chasing the dragon. Like
that's what I'm using.
It's like,
term, yeah.
but I mean, like it's like, oh, I coveted that. But it's like when you say chasing the dragon, it's like, man, that's heroin. Anyway, for me, it was probably it's a lot of vintage. For me, it's a lot of vintage shit. What?
Like what?
What, Keith? What are you laughing at, motherfucker?
I'm laughing at Kyle's name.
Okay. Even better, SEAN. But it's a lot of vintage stuff. Like I couldn't actually call out like a specific like beer. It's more like, oh my god, I like had this vintage stuff. It's probably a Hardee's or a fucking DWV's or some shit that was like 30 years old or some bullshit like that. Like it's not like beer. Beer in general has never been like that, but it was like always like been like specifically old stuff. Basically, the oldest thing I've ever had, I've had a hard on for it. It's not complicated.
I don't. I think I don't know if I have one that like perfectly fits the question, but I remember I probably had maybe Bissell Brothers. I think I had Baby Genius, and then I might have had like Substance or something. But then I got to go to the brewery, and Lux was like, I got Lux there, and Lux is like now one of like crazy beers that it's not like super awesome beer, but it's just like one that I super enjoy having. That's the only thing that comes to mind, I think. I don't know if that answers the question perfectly, but you know.
I tend to not put.
John doesn't even know what we're talking about.
I have an idea because I came in right as Kyle was answering, and I'm like, and then when Keith started talking, I'm like, I think I know it. Is it like the beer you chase?
No, it's not so much a beer you chase. It's a beer you've kind of, but a beer you had. Like it's a beer, not necessarily the best beer you had, but a beer you're like always gonna be like, oh, I've always wanted to kind of have that beer, and you eventually have it.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry, Mike. Go ahead.
No, I don't really. Weirdly, I don't. There's a phrase that my friends used to use about women. Don't put women on a pedestal. I don't really put beer on a pedestal in a big way, but there's been a few where, like, I remember like the first time I had it and it being a big deal, and I think about them now sometimes, and they're like, well, not that big a deal. But the first time, like, I remember having Green, like Green. Not weirdly, I had Very Green before I ever had Green, but like getting Treehouse years ago was really hard. So like, if you got like a can of Green, you're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
And I remember showing up to Sean's and I pulled out a can of Green and like seeing his eyes like bug out, and the beer being just as good as we had hoped, you know. And I've had it a million times since, but at the time it was special to me. So I don't know. Go with Green. Sean?
I'm trying to think. When Keith started talking about Bissell Brothers, the immediately popped into my head was I think it's called Engram, which is their like wheat ale, but it's sort of like their IPA made with wheat. And I remember the first time I had it, and then every time I ever see it come out, I always I'm like, I need to have that beer. And every time I have it, I always just love it. It's like a 5-point-something% wheat IPA. It's sort of like Trillium's Pier, but that's like 7%. But it's just a super delicious beer. It was actually probably one of the first Bissell beers I've ever had, so it's always kind of stuck with me. And it's always one of those type of beers that I always seek. And whenever I see like a IPA with wheat, I sort of kind of use Engram as like the way I grade it.
Mm-hmm. I would also add Hill Farmstead's. Cover your ears, Kyle. This is going to upset you. Their Old World Lager thing. So like Poetica, Memoria. I haven't had Rhetorica, but I feel like that would be my favorite. But those I was wanting to have for so long, or maybe not so long, but like ever since they released it. And then I think the first time I had it was when Matt and I went to FOFA last year. I think that was the first time I had it.
And was it everything you hoped for?
It
kind of
it wasn't the. I don't want to say it was the best thing ever, but it was like exactly what I wanted it to be, kind of like it was perfect. It was perfect just the way it was.
Gotcha.
Plus, we have to put the stipulation on all of that. You know, when we did Beer Tuber Palooza, that was the weather at FOFA.
Oh. Okay.
100 degrees.
Gotcha.
Oh, dude, it was brutal, right, Keith? I brought my wife's camera, like her DSLR to like take pictures. I had a fucking strap mark across my body for like 5 months. I had a shirt on and the strap, and the sun went through through the shirt and sunburned me, but not the strap. So I had yeah, it was awesome. I enjoyed it, but yeah, it was like what, high 90s, Keith?
Yeah,
in Vermont.
It wasn't super humid though. It was just,
but there
hot.
was not one cloud in the sky either. It was like bright sun the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
Now, minus the weather, like I have been toying with the idea, and I think this kind of is a natural transition of like doing a video where it's like the 5 best memories involving like with not beer inspired, but like where beer was incorporated. So like, you know, that could be like in theory one of your guys' top 5 like beer memories is driving up there. It's the two of you having a good time. The beers were awesome, and just, you know, and not that we have to list 5 things, but yeah, just like my wife and I had gone to Belgium Comes to Cooperstown, and it was Bill Murray themed that year. We happened to get some free tickets and went. So like they had like an Ecto 1 replica and you know, a giant inflatable Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and you know, they just all the volunteers had don't harass me, I'm a volunteer shirts, like from What About Bob, where it says don't harass me, local.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was just like and the weather was beautiful. It was just such like a perfect day. Like those kinds of memories, just like, I don't know, it's just an idea I've been toying with, trying to like, so I've been thinking about it. Like, what are like the best, you know, our wedding, we had, you know, a lot of beer themed stuff. Yeah, I don't know, just.
No, I get that, man, because there's like a good portion of the like random beer stuff that's happened to me that was pretty awesome has been like out of planning, and by that I mean like it happened not because I didn't plan, like out of planning, not because I planned something to happen. I mean, it's kind of the wedding stuff kind of defaults because, you know, it's obviously such a great day to begin with. But there's always some kind of quirks and stuff like that falls in. But then there's stuff like, you know, like I've said it before, like one of my favorite things was sitting and doing a podcast with Kim from fucking Alchemist. And it wasn't so much that that was planned, but it was just the conversation and hanging out. And it wasn't like, hey, I'm sitting drinking beers with John Kimmick. It's more like, hey, I went to go interview him, and it's just being a hangout session of chugging beers and just having a conversation. Like it wasn't what was expected, and that I think ends up being because what is it, the best plans are the dumbest plans kind of thing. You know, like when you plan something, it never rarely works out to be that way. So it's a lot of times have been like that, like going to a beer festival, or going to a beer release, or going to a brewery and just randomly half-ass walking into something that happens. Yeah. You know what I mean? That ends up escalating into something different, and now you find yourself doing something that you never planned to do that day. Those are the things that really kind of I remember and resonate with me.
I think Beer Tour Palooza would probably make my top 5. That was just such
110%.
You know, like,
yeah, of course.
It was just such I got to meet Keith. Like, that's the reason. You know, like, hey Keith, what's up, man? You know, it like negated Joe being there, so it was like not cool Joe about Joe for the Beer Patrol. It was like, yeah, I gotta listen to Joe for the Beer Patrol in real life, but Keith is cool. No, but like,
be like, Like, you go home, your wife's like, Keith's the best. Be like, so what's Keith all about? I don't know. You just sat in a corner drinking a bottle of vinegar for like 4 hours.
It had a bee on it. He loved it.
It was rad, yeah. Yeah, she's like, what channel does he have? I'm like, he doesn't have a beer channel. He was there.
He just exists. He's just there, man. He's just great.
He's like a fart to win, but better.
I do think that would make either a good another live stream topic, like where we go through our 5, or we just each post our 5.
Yeah, that would be a great group video, like a planned group video. Like, let's plan the thing around, you know what I mean? Just like talk about it. Because there's stories to be had.
Yeah.
But it's like, I also wouldn't want to plan it so much, like, because when you cultivate it and plan it, and try to tell a story about the awesome thing, and then it comes up forced and contrived. You know,
that's a good point.
But it's funny, like, because again, and I had to think about it. You think about big things like a beer tuberpalooza or like a big beer festival, but then you also like the breakfast out story I said, like that was a very small thing, relatively speaking. I probably had an ounce out of that 12-ounce bottle like that, but it was just like one of those things where like it was just a cool memory, or it was a cool thing that happened. Like, okay, so someone thought of me like, oh wait, no, he's in the bathroom. Like, make sure like you save a little bit. Like, so that part was nice. And then like, it was just this beer that we all knew about, but like you couldn't get. And then someone got a bottle. You know, they traded a 6-pack of Flower Power for it or whatever. You know, however they got it. But you know, back in the day. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's good stuff.
What if we had a plan?
We can do it right now if you want.
No,
Well, no, I was gonna say, what if we did a planned day where we just talk about our favorite beer memories and made it a conversation instead of trying to organize these little videos.
Like, you give your 5, and then I'll give my 5, and then because
5, I mean, just and like it could also trigger people's memories. Like, you know, I traded Flower Power. Then Sean's like, you know, it's funny. The first time I ever traded beer, I traded 3 Flower Power and 4 of these, and or whatever. And then it can even spider web out into different things, and
You're only allowed one Hill Farmstead reference, though, Keith.
Maybe I'll go to Suarez so I can have that as a top 5 experience.
If you go to Suarez, you need to send me all the.
No, you have to go to Suarez, and then we have to all save one horrible experience, and that's yours. I finally went to Suarez. That place fucking sucks. The beer's garbage. The fucking tap room's bunk. Fuck that place. Then watch Keith just like explode with rage. Some anime character fucking fire.
They didn't have anything over 6% alcohol. What is this place?
No hazies. Fuck them.
I can see through it all. Even the black IPA, even the black lager.
Yeah, I said fuck it. I went down the street to what was that shitty place we went to, Keith? Like after there.
What
when
place?
we were riding down the road and you're like, oh, we should go there. It was like a sign on the side, like it was stapled to a tree. It was like
that quote unquote farmhouse brewery.
Juice Bros Farmhouse Brewery.
What
was it was like Mega Man Mind or something like that. Like, right? Like it was basically some farmer that takes a lot of acid, makes beer. Like, I forget the name of it. What was it called?
I don't. Hold on.
Was it good? Doesn't sound.
I'm gonna figure this out. Hold on.
We left Suarez, so we're driving to. I think we're going to Lawson's, which is like probably like 2 hours maybe.
Yeah.
From Suarez.
No, that was the first day. So that was
the place. I'm talking about the place we went up that had the stinky dog.
Yeah, that was after. Was that after? Or did you?
That was after Suarez. Didn't we leave Suarez? We're driving
before,
and then we're on some kind of double lane non-highway, and you're like, I could use a beer, and then all of a sudden a sign flew past the car, and it was like Hallucinatory Brewery or something like that, and then we went there. The beer didn't poison us, but it was also like.
Was the stinky dog the name of a beer there, or there was a dog?
No, the dog was. It was a golden retriever. It was fucking disgusting smell. I didn't mind it. I don't give a shit. I'm like, farm dogs are farm because it was like a farm, but it wasn't a farm like a lush green produce farm. It was like a mud farm. You know what I mean? Like it was like I have a farm brewery and be like, oh, you grow flora and fauna in order to grow your brewery. You'd be like, no, I just have to have a bog mud farm and I also make beer. You know what I mean? It was like one of those things.
Yeah. That's funny.
Mean Mind or Mean, I want to go Mean or Mind or something. It was basically, it's some hippie, actually it's a hippie son that opened it. That's the vibes. This is not like news. This is just my guessing. A hippie son.
Mindful?
I'll find it right. No, they don't distro. Let's put it that way.
Oh, fair enough. They wouldn't even be on the internet.
You guys can talk.
The internet's too extreme for them.
Yeah. Let's do a stream dedicated to them. I bet they'll show up.
Sad memories.
Yeah. I do remember my first and only Suarez family trip, and it was just when the first beer comes out, it's just absolutely epic. It's like it comes out like a 25 centiliter glass, and it's just perfect pour. Oh, it's just I can't even just it's just
a beer diviner.
You were way off.
Yeah. The beer diviner.
I'm Googling it.
Yeah, buddy.
It's like upstate New York, kind of.
It's right on the border of New York and Massachusetts on 22, almost directly east of what looks like Albany. Yeah, it's actually dead east of Albany. It's actually closer than Suarez, Kyle. You can definitely go find it. Yeah, definitely go visit there.
They have bottles.
Let's put it this way. I would definitely go back to them, though.
Oh my God! I just clicked on the Facebook page. I see why you were thinking like Mastermind with their logo.
Well, they forgot the E on double IPA, so that's cool. That's good. Good on them.
Oh,
they make a Groot.
Wait, can you share?
Nice.
Yeah, can you share a screen on this or no?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's
on the bottom. On the bottom there, you click on share screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay, wait.
And then we can all just.
Oh, you're in your iPhone or in a?
Wait, so if I you guys can see this picture?
No.
Wait.
Well, you gotta let it in.
You have to make it go live here.
Oh,
there
cool.
You go.
Okay.
Wait. So you guys can see the picture?
Now yes.
Yeah, that's about right.
That's everything you were talking about.
And
that's it. But that makes sense, Matt, when you were thinking
mystical ales.
Yeah.
Mystical. I can see where you can get confused.
Yeah. That's freaking wild, man.
These beers are interesting. The labels are something else.
We were driving, like I think Keith just blurted out, "I want a beer" or something, and then all of a sudden this sign that was made hand painted on a pallet was
it was
beer diviner. We're turn to his girlfriend at the time. We're turn, we're going there. And I was okay,
they were like those those farms that have corn and stuff, and there's the hand painted signs with the arrows. That's what they were. It was literally that.
Let me see if I can find a picture.
It was actually
a picture of that stinky dog because I took a bunch of pictures.
No, there's definitely pictures.
Oh, Ryan loves Keith. Mike, that's very sweet. I didn't even notice that.
So for the Gruit, the artisanal herbs are slightly psychotropic and wake you up as opposed to the drowsy effects of hops. What the fuck? A very different sour and herby ale made from an ancient recipe of wormwood. Wow. Okay.
Wait, was that the place where the guy was like, yeah, the guy who owns it, because there was a house up on a hill, kind of behind it, and he was he's thinking about selling it or whatever. Is that that place?
That's the same place.
You guys want to buy it?
and also I think not the funniest thing, but the weirdest thing about it was they've been a brewery for 7 years or something.
Yeah.
Or 7 years last year, so 8 years. It was it's like one of those places where you walk into are like, oh, this is like a new place. This is like not like maybe 3 years, maybe 2 years or something. But nope, they've been there for almost a decade.
Yeah, I love that spot, man. I want to go back. I want to go back so bad. But that was a good little. That's the breweries, though. Here's the thing: like, I didn't love that place. You know what I mean? But those are the breweries that you find that are awesome. Like randomly, like fuck it, I'll just stop at this random hole in the wall, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh my god, I just found fucking Fox Farm.
Still need to go there.
Yeah, you do.
No.
Yeah, I think we're owed packages from Sean and Kyle if he ever
down there.
what yeah
Well,
if he can build up the strength within himself to go there
to drink lower ABV beers.
Well, no, they don't even. I don't think they're doing outside.
Yeah, you just go and pick it up and leave.
Pick it up and go.
For what, Suarez?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kyle, just do it. Max allotment. Keep kicking the camera. But I am going to be probably going to Hill Farmstead next week. So
Nice.
Awesome.
I was going to go.
Send me the beer list, and I'll let you know how much of the stuff you're going to buy from me.
I shall. I already looked. There's only Edward and double
I'll
Citroen.
take 9 of each.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was planning on doing just every once in a while I'll do like a run. Just leave at like 2 a.m., go up, go to Hill Farmstead, maybe hit like either Treehouse or I'll go the other way and hit like 10 Bends and Alchemist.
Something on the way home.
back. Yeah.
I want to hit
But,
one of those dispensaries on the way home, man.
But our county is not allowed in Vermont. I don't think they check, but I'm being responsible.
Ours technically isn't either. So we're staying in New Hampshire next week, which is fine. And then they say, as long as we're not staying in Vermont, they're okay because they say you could like stop and grab stuff. So I don't think that's an issue.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or I'm reading it the way I want to read it.
Well, if you go to Vermont, they don't actually check anything you say. Just lie. Who
The
cares?
funny thing was, I was looking at Hill
He's just
Farmstead.
trying to be a good person, you know.
Hill Farmstead actually said if you have a non-Vermont license plate, explain your situation. Which is, I was like, okay, fair enough. So I'm like, maybe I want to.
You go to Hill Farmstead. It says, I'm not as big a
You
douchebag
got
as
a
Sean
minute?
Hill.
This is going to take a while for me to explain. So listen, first things first. My mom was an immigrant. She came off the boat from Scotland. You like, start with that shit, and I'd be like, dude, what do you mean? Be like, well, you asked about my situation. You really need to know. This is fucking in-depth shit. And be like, take all the Marie. Just leave.
No, Sean rolls up. He's like, do you have any idea who I am? I'm Sean from Nerd Sense.
And Sean Hill spells his name properly.
I'm on
that's so
YouTube.
gross.
I'm on Instagram. I'm on Google Meet. I'm on
Friendster.
Friendster, nerdsense.net, nerdsense.com, nerdsense.gov.
We've actually already shit on Sean Hill multiple times on Nerd Sense because we got a very feisty feisty/shitty reply from them once.
That's true.
I think we called something double.
I paid it since.
We called something double dry hopped or something improperly, and like we got like the most like matter of fact like actually it's this, and I was like, oh wow, okay, get your panties in a bunch.
He's a douchebag because his beer's overrated. Sorry, Keith.
I don't know about overrated. It is really good, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to disagree. He sounds like a douchebag. He comes off like one.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't. I've had better beers than Hill Farmstead. I probably like depending on the category or whatever style of beer. Like I'm sure Hill Farmstead has been some of my favorites, but others not so much.
Yeah, it has. It depends on the style. Like a lot of their like farmhouses, they're really, really, really good.
Yeah.
Mary's freaking fantastic.
No, I mean, their beers are okay. Like Really, where they suck is their house saisons. More specifically, Gin Clara sucks.
Gin Claire? I don't think I've had that one.
Yeah, Gin Clara. That's
No.
garbage. Don't even deal with it.
I don't even think I've ever
If
heard
you
of
ever find a bottle, just let me know. I'll give it to Keith. Fuck him.
Yeah, you just gotta.
That's Keith's white whale, by the way.
it. Oh,
Yeah,
fair enough.
it's kind of- Actually, it might be the table Clara now. That might be. I dream about that beer.
He's like, Hill Farms is okay. Yeah, I dream about it.
Wait, did I share this with you guys? I know Matt knows about it, I think. But Table Clara is their grisette.
Yep.
And it's 4%. And maybe like a month or two ago, they teased a Table Clara on Instagram, 1.7%. And that's
Only fucking Hill Farmstead would have a 4% beer and then tease something fucking lower.
that's my jam.
Well,
they
fuck
do.
you guys.
have they released it?
Not as far as I know. I don't think so. I probably would have noticed that. or someone would have been like,
Fuck you, Keith.
yeah,
I got it. You know?
yeah.
My opinion of Hill Farmstead, this is the easiest way I can put it. Sean talking about going to Vermont, and I'm talking to him about Alchemist and Von Trapp, and I don't give a fuck about Hill Farmstead because I'm such an asshole. Fuck these guys. Fuck their beer too.
Um,
You're not getting a double
Let's open
citrus.
another Black is Beautiful beer.
What's that?
We're supposed to do 2. I've only opened one.
Oh, I just assumed you guys both did too.
No.
Oh, what should be the second one be? Kyle, what's your second one?
I'm doing the Axe and Arrow.
All right,
I
I'll do
don't
that.
have that. I don't have that one.
yeah. Sorry, Matt.
The Crane is, I think, much better than this Axe and Arrow. And this
Did
one,
you?
So
Keep selling
so
it,
let's
Kyle.
go this way. What should I do? Should I do the Old Heights or should I do the Man Skirt?
Ooh. What's the ABV on those, and what's the ABV on the Axe and Arrow?
11. Old Heights is 11, if I remember, and Manskirt is 9.
What's
Old
the
Heights-
Axe?
have those
is
ones?
11. Man Skirt is 9.
Yeah.
12.
What does that say? 12?
12.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
All right, I think I'm gonna go the 9. What was the 9? Manskirt?
Old Heights is it?
Yeah.
Old Heights. It is.
Old Heights? Yeah, Mike. We should have all these, I believe. Right,
All
Keith?
right, I'm gonna look up.
Yeah.
Aldi's.
We have an
Aldi's. I love shopping at Aldi's.
All these.
Yeah.
Two of the 4.
Here's one in New Hampshire.
Oh, so Kyle, did you like the Axe and Arrow? Because that's the other one that I had.
I like it less than the Crane. And I think it has less flavor, actually. It's good. It's just, I think that Crane is, I would pick that Crane every time over it, though.
Yeah. It's been a little bit since I drank it, but it was less bittering. It had less of the black IPA kind of thing going on. I thought it was good. It was one of the first ones where like the nose was like, I thought the nose on the Axe and Arrow was like more I don't know how to describe it. I don't know, just whatever.
So Mike's going with a Man Skirt.
I went with the Manskirt too, just because of ABV.
Nice. No, smart.
I'll probably be in the Axe and Arrow with me to on vacation and drink that. So wait, Manskirt, was that the brewery
Yeah.
we went to? Right.
It was one of the ones, yeah.
Right?
Was
We
it the
went
one
to-
that had the sausage cart out back? Not sausage cart, but like the sausage thing in the alley?
It had like the big bank vault.
Yes, that was okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they had a mild. I remember I really liked that mild. Yeah.
That place was cool. And despite some of the comments being made, I do like some lower ABV beers, like milds. I love milds.
But not many.
No, it's more offensive that you don't like lagers, I think.
Yeah, it
Kyle.
really is. Kyle. Like, Holy crap!
I mean, I like those Framing Hammer, ones, but
And what's the ABV on those?
they're lagers. I mean, isn't that the conversation right now?
14% lagers. Okay.
What do you?
Or
What do you?
I don't
Changing the conversation on me? Like, trying to make me sound bad? No, like they're lagers.
I think I need to send you a dry hopped post shift from Jack's Abbey, and because that's just like it has this like, and even one of like the Citra Brow or the Brow series.
Mm.
I think that would be a good like way to kind of get you more gateway into lagers because they have that super hoppy oomph, but they still have that lagery vibe.
Yeah, I also think I'm being mischaracterized. I don't. Of all the beers that exist in the world, yeah, I don't gravitate towards them. But it's not like I strongly dislike the style either. It's just not what I think to pick up.
Yeah, no.
What's the difference between an ale and a lager, Kyle?
Well, it's how they're brewed, and the lager has this like I always use the word funk, and it's not a good descriptor, but like it's got the lager. It's like it's earthy in a way that I don't like as much as sometimes like an IPA could be earthy.
Are you getting that funk a lot? Are you getting it out of like
not like horse blanket funk? It's just it's the best thing I can describe this the thing is like it's like a lager funk. It's a lager, just the lagerness of it. I don't know.
You should do
I say the same thing. And a funk for me is more like a kombucha funk than a barnyardy funk.
Yeah,
and that's the easiest thing I would relate it to. And anyway,
no, I see that. Yeah, and I always say that when I give my reviews. What?
I don't agree at all. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we've had different lagers.
It's not all
how it's like different things. For example, I love coffee, Mike, and doesn't make coffee bad. You just don't like it.
No, it doesn't make coffee bad.
Produce a funky fucking phenolic from it, and it can get sulfur to low sulfur.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of like an inherent kind of fucking like off-putting, like a production of lager yeast. If you get that middle kind of sulfury kind of funk, this doesn't come off like a fucking rotten egg or a fucking struck match. It just comes off a little bit more kind of kombucha like to me, and that's kind of how it comes off to me.
I think Kyle needs to go to Suarez.
Yeah,
and buy some lagers
try.
and see if he feels the same way.
Quarter pills.
Well, now no, because now I'm all self-conscious that I won't be able to drive them up to Mike's standards and be like, that doesn't. What is he talking about? The beer does not pick off that flavor. He is wrong in his review. It's like that's what I taste, man. Sorry, Mike. Like, got this lagered funk thing, and then he tries to put me on a spot on a live stream after I've been drinking. What's the difference between a lager and ale, Kyle?
Oh no, that isn't.
Top fermented one's bottom fermented. Why don't you get out your freaking brewer's book and read it? I'm sorry, like. I think the live stream's Black is Beautiful beers, but I guess it can be how do you brew beer 101 for Mike. Please. I wore my freaking Black Lives Matter shirt for nothing. We're just talking about Suarez and lagers and freaking 4%, how we got to make a 1.7%. Like that's drink some water. Like freaking, I got a 0% beer right here, everyone, from my tap.
It's not beer, it's just water, actually, Kyle, if we're being...
How do you know I didn't put some sort of freaking yeast and sugar in here, didn't ferment into something that's...
Because you said it was water.
Beer, Mike. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Sean. Oh, wow, Nerd Sense is like group hive mind of... Axe and arrow.
Anyone getting, like, grapiness from the Manskirt?
I haven't had mine yet.
I can get that.
It has a fruit character for sure.
Maybe it's
Wait, Matt, is that the one you're drinking too?
Actually, no, I'm drinking the whole Old Heights. Actually,
okay.
Oh,
but I get a fruity component off it.
Mike, you're drinking the Manskirt, right?
Yeah.
Was it the Trillium? One of the ones last time we got like a fruit berryness from.
Yeah, I think it was the Trillium because the Old Hobo was more roasty, toasty.
Yeah.
everyone got berry, and I got like some sort of like peanut butter Reese's Pieces thing going.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Then we had the Heights Day Reese's and graham crackers.
Yeah, where we were, me and you were both wrong.
This is why Keith needs a beer review channel. It's just like the weirdest descriptors. It's like a graham cracker, but you scrape off the sugar and then you put a sauce. And we've all had this, like a sausage s'more with graham, and it's like no one's ever eaten that, Keith. No, you know what I'm talking about. Then you take the ramen packet and you throw the ramen noodles in, you put the packet in between, and it's so good. No, Keith, no one's ever done that, and beer doesn't taste like that, Keith.
Kyle's heated. Holy shit.
This is why I do one beer review a day, because I have more than one beer.
I'm in. So you've had an 8% beer and a 12% beer,
and then this guy appears and
then Kyle's like, and then I just open up a Bourbon County after this. I don't know.
and then I fall asleep and wake up feeling bad.
Yep. But Keith, when are you starting a channel?
I don't know. I was thinking about it.
Do it.
I don't think my palate is reliable enough, because like sometimes I'll drink a beer with you guys or with Matt or whatever.
You should pair.
And
Keith,
well,
you taste or you taste. It doesn't matter what. I mean, either you taste or you don't.
Matt gave me hell last time for saying that beer tastes like peanut butter.
So what? If your channel,
and if that's,
you have your channel,
I don't.
I say,
Keith, if you have your channel, he can't give you hell about it. Who gives a shit? You just block his comments.
Geez.
Who cares?
You know all the.
That should be the channel. Me giving you beers and me shitting on you from afar. It'd be like today's society. It'd be awesome.
Yeah, you know all the comments that Matt posts from other people giving him shit and whatnot. My channel is just going to be me and Matt giving me shit on my channel.
You won't believe what Matt said to me today, everyone. Let's pull it up.
That would actually be a really great channel.
Be like, Keith would be like, give this 3 shrugs out of 5 shrugs.
It could be like the after show.
I'm gonna do that.
Talking Dead, but it'll be like
yeah. The Talking Massive Beers. It's the after show every time. Yeah.
I'm gonna be like I'll give it a like 3 out of like 9. Yeah.
Give it 3 ands out of 5 ands.
And then it's like every time it's like he loves a beer. It's like Keith's like, I'll give it 9. Like it's like he's like That's how you know he likes it. We all do the same thing now. That's the funny part, is that we all have this thing where either we love it or we hate it, and there's no middle ground.
Yeah.
And we all fucking ignore it. You know what I mean? It's like when I love a beer, people are like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you love this beer so much. You acted like you love it," and be like, "Yeah, because I actually love it."
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like there's literally love and hate, and there's no middle ground. But we all try
middle ground. Like you'll drink it. Like
corners of them.
It's not like I'll finish it type beer.
I bet you, yeah. I mean, but it's like for me, 5%, 10% is like the okay. It really is more of the like, this beer
love it or hate it,
now, or like, why is this a thing that exists?
Yeah, for me, it the only middle ground is where I won't dump it. You know, I'm like, this beer sucks. I'm gonna dump it. Otherwise, I love it, or it's middle ground. Like, I may shit on it the whole time, but as long as I'm not dumping it, that's middle ground for me. You know,
it's like a C-. That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, like what was that beer we had, Sean? That fucking awful vitamin C Trillium collab.
Oh, Channel Charge.
Yeah, that thing sucked asshole. I was gonna dump that.
It's much better now, but yeah, no, it sucked asshole when we had it. No, it's well, you didn't have it so that's fine.
Well, I did have it, so
No, you didn't have it a couple weeks after. But anyways, yes. But also, what was that other beer that we completely drain poured? The 2010.
Oh my god, that was awful. That was
Yeah.
a drain pour.
That's actually going to be released next week. So spoilers.
Oh, don't even release it. That's not even fair to that brewery.
No, it's fair to be released. 10-year-old beer.
Yeah, that's not fair to them. But whatever. Yeah, we had what's that? Sexual
Do they-
chocolate.
For that aged beer, do they say it's ageable? Or did you?
I don't know. No, I got it from a buddy who is down in North Carolina, and like we love this. So it's Foothill Sexual Chocolate. It's just an imperial stout. They do it every year, and then they barrel age it. But they also have regular. So they do like the regular one at the beginning of the year. The barrel age one comes out in the summer. And he said he's been sitting on it for so long, trying to find an occasion to drink it. So he's like, you guys are better off doing it. So he sent it to me like last October, and Mike and I were about ready to do it. COVID hit, and then we're like, all right, that's gonna be the first beer we do when we get back. And then we didn't end up doing it. Then we ended up doing it a couple weeks ago, and we were super excited. We're like, this is gonna be a fucking amazing kit, because then we also got a can of this year's version, and then I also have a version of the barrel aged of last year's version, bourbon barrel aged one. We were so excited, and it was a fucking vinegar bomb. Like I was super excited, but it just didn't hold up.
That's
But 10 years is a long fucking time.
it is.
So
Are there do imperial stouts usually hold up that long, or is that mostly reserved for like sours and lambics and whatnot?
yeah, that's probably a good point. I think my stouts need to start being opened. Like I guess the oldest stout. I think the old stout. People have like 2014 Bourbon County, or even 2012, and they're saying those are still drinking great, right? So
I actually have a 2013 Bourbon County. I believe it's the barley wine.
mm-hmm.
I have it.
From what year?
2013, I think.
Nice.
13. Yeah. I was gonna open it with Matt, but I might just chug it now.
Do it.
Right now.
It's
Right
gonna,
now.
it's gonna be the.
Right this second.
I actually opened an old beer tonight. Actually,
I'm gonna. All right, so I'm gonna
I
start
wish
my
you
channel.
had Eagle Clara, and you just put. I actually opened it tonight, and you put it up on screen. I die right now.
I'm gonna start the channel, and my first review is gonna be 2013 Bourbon County barley wine.
Perfect.
That's
Do it.
that he doesn't share with me, and that he's like, I can't post any more videos because my house burnt down. Because Matt burned it down.
Jesus.
10-year-old
Test me.
Bigfoot, yes.
I'm joking. I don't fuck you.
Daniel Bigfoot. Oh wow. Yeah, I can see that. I think because Kyle, me and you talked about this. Like, I think we have to start drinking at least our coffee stouts.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, I have a lot of Sunday morning stout. I have KBS. Like that. What is no? Yeah, that just doesn't get that. It just kind of degrades.
Yeah.
how many beers does Kyle have that he needs to like drink right now?
Yeah.
How many, Kyle?
Like in my cellar, or just like everything I have?
No, just like the
Like,
beers that you have that you
Bye,
think
Mike.
you're
Bye,
gonna
Mike.
need
Do you say
that
bye?
that you think you're gonna need to drink like sooner than later.
I mean, I
Or is most of the stuff down there just stuff that can age?
I mean,
for-
like the quads, I don't worry about. So like the Three Philosophers and things like that, I don't worry about those. But yeah, like the coffee stouts for sure. I should start drinking up.
do you have like 20 of those?
I don't think I have. I probably have 10 or less of coffee stouts down there. Although like something like a Parabola maybe doesn't. They might hit a point where it's not getting better. I don't think it's gonna like become bad or anything, you know. But yeah, I don't know.
It's one of those weird things we just kind of look where I look at the stuff I have too, and it's like maybe that's gonna be good. Like,
Yeah.
I packed up a bunch of bottles for vacation that I'm like, all right, I just need to drink this. A couple of them are like a bunch of stuff with coffee, and I'm like, I just need to get through them. And if they turn into drain pours, they turn into drain pours, right? Like,
right now, I think I said in the last live stream, I'm thinking of doing like Cellar Saturday, where I just once a week force myself to grab something out of the cellar. I have a lot of Black is Beautiful, so I'd like to do, if we don't do a live stream, definitely review one. We get with all the Hop Butcher we get, I want to do, 1 or 2 Hop Butchers a week, so I stay kind of like on track with all of them. So yeah, kind of want the variety still. I like that Matt posted a bunch of Hop Butchers, but again, the way he reviews and I review are different. If I'm doing one a day, then it just makes sense to just the next day post what I had the night before, versus I had 3 in a night on a Friday or whatever, and then post them together. So yeah, I don't know, just things I'm toying with, ideas.
For a while, I was really hoping that Kyle was getting up at 5 a.m. to do a beer review so he could post it. Because he posts them at like 7,
Right?
6, 7 o'clock in the morning.
7, yeah.
So like for a while, I was like, I really hope he's like getting up early to do a beer review to post it that day.
If my wife wasn't working from home right now, maybe, because then it'd be like less of a, wait, are you drinking already?
Let's throw back that quadruple IPA from Hop Butcher before we go in.
Yes, I'm drinking, but I'm also making us money with ad revenue. Honey.
It is true. It is true.
I'm working.
Hey, I made 32 cents off that video.
It's true. And I spent $0 on that beer, so there you go. It's all profit, baby. The Warheads one, and it's like I said, it's blown up. I just made the money I spent on those beers. Like that's
nice.
Like the most blown up thing I've ever had. Just barely covered the cost of the beer. That's how much money you make doing beer tube, everyone at home.
I just saw them on the shelf today. There was a mix pack.
And you just left them.
This one's like, cool. Don't need that in my life again. Sorry, I just
funny.
For Kyle, for if you do the Cellar Saturday, are you gonna like start recording and then just like swing around and be like, I'm gonna drink this, and just grab a random bottle off the shelf and drink it?
I guess I could. I didn't think of that. Yeah.
Yeah, you should do that.
I didn't think of that. It happened more when I first moved and set that up, where people in the comments would be like, "Oh, I'd like you to drink that or something." It's been actually, I don't remember the last time someone was like, "Hey, I'd love to see that. I see you have this in the background. Could you review that?"
I have an idea.
But it used to happen, not a lot, but like enough that I did it however many times.
Live stream. Wait for at least 10 people, 5 people to start watching, and then vote.
Yeah, I'd have to. I could just use my phone down there. I'd have to like set up a computer and everything, and we'll see. But yeah,
Bye, Mike.
Is Mike out?
He said he's just hearing electronic interference.
Okay, bye, buddy.
Love you.
See you, Mike.
I think that would be actually, or it could be fun if we all do it. Just the same thing, like, and just say like everyone just like pick a beer that's behind us. I guess we'd all have to be in our cellar.
Or just aged beer. Of course. But it's just getting out of control, because I'd go to the store and I'm like, I need that, and I'm like, yeah, because I need that because to just go in the cellar. Like, I think it was like a couple months ago, I texted Kyle and I was like, I just found this 3 bottles of Trillium Night and Day from last year that I totally forgot I had. Like, I bought 4 of them and I sent one to a buddy and then I just left them there. Didn't even know they were there. And I'm like, oh, that's surprising.
I mean, that could be another live stream. Just we all grab some big beer we've been like
eyeing for a while. Yeah,
just
do it.
I was thinking about that recently too. Not that I have an idea for it, but like it's been a long time since someone did one of those like tag 3 people, and here's your mission, guys, is, talk about this or drink this, or not that I don't really have an idea for it, but yeah, it's been a while since someone did like one of those like things, challenges, whatever you want to call them.
Chainmail emails that everybody loves so much. Yeah.
Basically. Yeah. But with beer.
That makes it better. Because I love that fucking right-wing crazy guy who loves beer, who knows that I like beer, who comes up to me and be like, we're the same. Me and you, we're the same. We're like the same things. And I'm like, yeah, we're not. You're like, come on, give it to me. Give it to me.
What's your favorite New England IPA?
They're like, oh, you like beer? Fuck those guys, and I hate those people. You like beer, right? They're like, okay, there, Nazi guy.
I don't drink dark beers.
I had a good white IPA once, so that was pretty good.
White IPA is my favorite beers ever.
White stouts. Yeah. All right, you went there first, so I'll give it to you.
Oh man.
I mean, how many times have you had that guy come up to you? I have him like come up to me all the time. Like it's just like he's like, yeah, he's like, we're boys, and I'm like, but you just.
But you have it because
you're just like, no, we're not.
Like in general.
What?
Do you have it because he recognizes you as a beer reviewer, or just because you're like in like the circle of friends?
Both, because I look like Nazi youth. I mean, I got a beard, I'm white, I have tattoos, so I look like Nazi youth. But it's also a matter of like in Jersey, I do a lot of Jersey beer reviews. I go out and people meet me and they're like, hey, what's going on? Hey, guy. They're like, hey, meet my friends. Hey, you want to kill some people with this later? I'm like, no. No. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. I'm not interested in anything you have to offer. They're like, and they're just like taken back by it. They're like, well, I thought you were one of us. I'm like, no.
No, crazy lunatic. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. We like beer. Feel like I'm sure Hitler likes soup.
I think that should be the new name for this video.
Hitler like soup.
I bet Hitler likes soup. All right, I'm gonna make like Mike. I'm gonna get going. Go see my wife now that she's back. But yeah, thanks for hosting.
I'm done too. We're all done.
We should probably
spend 2 hours.
Video games, all that stuff. So hey, Mike left, but don't fuck him. Go down there to the old Nerd Sense guys. Check those guys out. They have a little bit of 93 lumber over there. He's gonna start a channel someday. A little bit of all the hype. He says no hype, but it's all the hype. It's like Treehouse and all that shit over there. Check those guys out.
No lagers. No lagers.
No lager beer review.
No lagers. Hashtag no lagers. Fuck Suarez.
Yes. You should change your name. You should change your name.
I'm doing it right now.
No lagers.
Yep.
No lager reviews.
Yep. I can hear him changing it right now.
I'm changing it right now. Oh.
So hopefully guys enjoyed this little live hang. Hopefully you join us Saturday. We're going to hang out Saturday because Keith doesn't have shit to do. We're going to make sure this shit happens on Saturday.
It has to be like after 5:30 because I forgot that.
Okay, Keith said to us, so we're going to do something else. No, we might do it, might not. I don't know.
I may join while floating down a river in a kayak, so who knows?
Yeah. Well, you can live stream from that shit. If you can live stream from your kitchen, you can live stream it from a kayak. That's what I'm talking about, son. So hopefully you guys enjoy this live hang. It's like there's like 19 comments right at the end. Fuck all y'all. If you want to comment, you should have commented in the beginning.
Lagers or stouts? Lagers.
Oh,
wow. He wasn't even.
Wait, so we're still on his channel. He's not even
we're
here.
Still live. How do you end it?
Yeah. How do you wait?
Can we control this? Now?
This is wild.
Now we own it. We own Master Beer.
We can't click on the comments, so
this is weird.
This is really weird. Hey, he's back.
That's
interesting. I didn't know that was
I forgot to hit it,
but
I remembered enough to come back.